Hey Victor Rally News Group, this is Hugo, just bringing you guys a quick update here on a traffic accident on Highway 395. This is near Main Street, and as you can see, it is causing some delays due to the vehicles blocking the southbound lane going towards the I-15 freeway. You can see the semi right there. That Amazon truck is stopped, allowing the other drivers on the northbound side to go because the vehicles are blocking that truck right there is blocking the lane. So you can see how this is affecting traffic. That's the view coming from Victorville towards the I-15 freeway. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. So there's that truck that's involved. And just be patient if you are driving through here. There's a lot of, I've seen a lot of cars honking at other cars when they stop because you see how they have to go around. And if there's cars coming in the opposite direction, it's very dangerous. So there are people that have been honking, like right here. That car has to go drive off the shoulder in order to avoid going head on with the other vehicles. Right now, there are no emergency personnel on scene yet. Hi, Brenda. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. So as of right now, again, there are no emergency personnel yet. And also, it does not appear that there are any kind of injuries. All parties are standing outside of their cars. You can see this little truck here. I think it's a Ford. I'm not really sure. Let's see if we can zoom in there. Yeah, it's a Ford. Looks like a Ford Ranger, possibly. That truck has some front end damage. You can see a piece of the other car stuck there on the hood. But nonetheless, it does appear like it could be drivable. So then you have this other car, which is like a Honda Civic. That one has some front end damage. And then if you see that big dark cloud of smoke back there, that was from a fire that actually occurred as well. Over off of Goss Road in Victorville. The fire department is currently there battling that blaze, which was reported to be a rubbish fire when they got there. So you can see this guy is going to move his truck forward a little bit, but the other Honda is still blocking lanes, so his truck's drivable. And then it looks like the other car over here got rear-ended. I don't know what kind of car that is, maybe like a Hyundai. But anyway, that fire backed up. You see that cloud of smoke back there that was for a rubbish fire over off of Goss Road. The fire department is already on scene of that. It's pretty much contained. It was a big plume of dark smoke. That's the residual smoke that's left over from the fire. So it was reported as a rubbish fire, and when they got there, they said it had extended into a garage of a home that's out there, and they were working on containing that fire. But that's what's happening over there with that cloud of smoke, and this is what's happening here on Highway 395, just north of Main Street in Hesperia, where you can see the traffic is starting to back up a little bit because of this accident that occurred. Yeah, but all parties are standing out of their vehicles. How's the audio, guys? I appreciate any feedback. You guys said you could hear me okay. Just want to be sure. I'm trying out a new mic, so I hope that it's pretty clear. If you guys can hear me, I appreciate it very. Any feedback you guys want to share, thank you. But yeah, there's the. Just be very careful if you are driving through this area. Again, there are no emergency vehicles at the scene of this accident. That is blocking the southbound lane of Highway 395 before you get to Main Street in Hesperia. You can see the car there. I think it's a Hyundai. Was rear-ended by this Honda with front end damage, and then that little pickup truck that the Ford Ranger that the driver just moved out of the road is also involved. There's one other truck up ahead. I don't think that they are involved. Maybe they were, but I don't really see a whole lot of damage. It looks like she's taking photo or pictures of that vehicle, so maybe they were involved. But very minimal. I don't see a whole lot of damage on there. So it looks like 4 vehicles possibly. Perfect. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I like to hear that. It's my first time using the mic, the new mic that and so I obviously, want to make sure you guys can hear me okay, and overall want to make sure that we have good sound quality. So thank you for the feedback. But yeah, just be careful if you're driving through here this morning, if you're heading towards the 15 freeway from Victorville, because like I said, right now the lane in here is blocked. So you can see like this semi right now, they're having to stop, and that's causing a backup. And then to go around, they have to come into the opposing lane, which is the northbound lane. And then, obviously a lot of people speed on 395. So you can see how that black vehicle, how they're having to drive along the shoulder just to get around. But it's a very dangerous situation nonetheless, so be careful. If you can avoid this area this morning, I would, at least for the next hour or so, so you don't get stuck in this traffic and you don't have to worry about driving around. But you can see how traffic is just completely stopped right now. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer asked, what is on fire in the distance? It was reported to be a rubbish fire off of a dirt road on it's Goss Road. It's still considered Victorville. Goss Road, kind of way out there by past Baldy Mesa Road. And so when the fire department responded to that call, they reported lots of black smoke visible, a column of black smoke visible from a distance. And as you can see, it's still visible now, but it's definitely stopped. It was a lot bigger. But anyhow, it was reported as a rubbish fire on a property out there, and then that fire extended into like the garage of another structure out there. So they quickly got out there and were able to get the upper hand on it, considering that there's really not much of a water source out there. So they had to, I believe, bring their own water in. But yeah, that cloud of smoke was pretty visible from all around the Victor Valley this morning. It was a very thick black column of smoke that produced because of this fire, but they have it under control and it's out now. And again, it was reported to be a rubbish fire off of Goss Road up there past Baldy Mesa Road. So just be careful, guys, if you're driving through here. Again, there are no emergency personnel here on scene yet, and then that Honda is blocking the southbound lane of Highway 395 because of the accident, and you can see traffic is backing up. I don't know how far back it goes, but I can see it. It goes all the way past to like the aqueduct over there. Also, while we're on here, if you guys notice that construction in the background, you see that fence back there and then the construction trailer. That is a project that's taking place for a new warehouse that's going to be developed here along Main Street near Highway 395. And according to sources, it's going to be an Amazon warehouse, and it's going to be a very large industrial park that's going to take up quite a bit of space here. It goes all the way down to Main Street on that side, or it's actually Phelan Road over on that side. And then it kind of borders Phelan Road and Highway 395, and its construction is already the development of the land has already started, so that's going to be a pretty big project. And again, according to the sources, it's supposed to be an Amazon warehouse. Well, so I see you guys kind of saying, move the cars. From my understanding, and you guys can correct me if I am wrong on this, from my understanding is if there's no property damage, and maybe the car's not drivable, like you can see that guy just pulled up and he's going to check it out. But from my understanding is if there is just damage with the vehicles and everyone's on scene, you're able to pull over to the side of the road and exchange information with the other parties that were involved. If there was no injuries or anything like that, where somebody has to be transported away, obviously. But so in most cases, I believe that if it's just property damage to the vehicles, you're able to just pull off to the side of the road and exchange insurance information with the other drivers so that you can continue on with your day. But again, I don't know, if I'm wrong on that, please correct me, but that's my understanding, that if the vehicles are drivable, you are able to pull off to the side of the road, and then, exchange the information with the parties involved. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to end the live video now. I appreciate all the feedback. Right now, my name is Hugo. I'm reporting live here from Highway 395, just north of Main Street, where you can see this 3 vehicles and another one up ahead. A total of 4 were involved in a collision here, and they are blocking the southbound lane. So just be mindful and be careful if you are driving through this area, and expect some delays because traffic is backing up towards Eucalyptus in that direction if you're coming from Victorville. And thank you guys for the feedback. And as always, you can read more local news at VVNG.com. Again, VVNG.com. Johnny said I am correct. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate the feedback.